What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, the NBA draft round 1 is tonight, and I'm going to be doing my mock draft for tonight. Now, round 1 mock draft will be today. Tomorrow, I'll be doing my round 2 mock draft. So, let's see how this goes. I am not feeling well today. I had a fever, but still gotta do my mock draft video. And yeah, but if I do sneeze a couple times, then please bear with me. I'm not feeling the 100%, but without further ado, let's get started with this mock draft. So, number 1 pick will be the Dallas Mavericks pick. That's an obvious. They're going to take Cooper Flagg at number 1. The most scripted bullshit I've ever seen. Like, Cooper Flagg to the Mavericks right after they trade Luka this season. Very scripted, I think. So Cooper Flagg's strong suits are definitely interior defending, scoring in the paint, and three-point shooting. Those are what the Mavericks need. This defense has been bad on this team for a while, but now they have Anthony Davis and Cooper Flagg now to add to that. Scoring in the paint, yeah, Cooper Flagg is really good at that. And three-point shooting, Cooper Flagg can definitely hit the big threes in big moments too. He's played 31 games this season, played 30 minutes and 50 seconds on average, 19.4 points per game, 7.6 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 1.3 blocks, 1.5 steals, 2.2 turnovers, 49.4% from the field, 83% from the free throw line, 37.7% from three. Or stats this season, really solid stats. He went to the Duke as his college, obviously. His hometown is Newport, Maine. Born December 21st, 2006, and he's a small forward and power forward kind of player. And he wears the number 2. So, yeah, there is Cooper Flagg for you. He is pretty much good at everything on the court. There's not really anything that Cooper Flagg is not good at. So, yeah, that's going to be the number 1 pick. Spurs, I think his fellow Duke teammate will be picked. I think Con Knuble will. A lot of people think it will be Dylan Harper. I think it will be Con Knuble. Very efficient scorer, just an amazing three-point shooter and finisher. He is very efficient too. 47% from the field, 91.4% from the free throw line, 39.9% from three. He's just very efficient, and he was born August 3rd, 2005. He's a shooting guard and small forward player. I don't see any reason why the Spurs wouldn't want to draft Con Knuble in this draft. At 3, my Philadelphia 76ers. As you can see, I'm wearing the hat and my Tyrese Maxey jersey. I think we need to take Ace Bailey. I think Ace Bailey will be drafted. He is athletic, rebounding, shot blocking. We need a nice, solid wing player. I would love to see Maxey and McCain in the backcourt next year. But yeah, that definitely having Ace Bailey at the wing will be a really good thing for my Philadelphia 76ers. Born August 13th, 2006, so we have another 18-year-old. He's from Chattanooga, Tennessee. He went to the Rutgers University, and yeah, so yeah, Rutgers is not too far from Philadelphia, so. Next, we have number 4, Charlotte Hornets are going to be making the pick, and that's where I think Dylan Harper will be picked. The Hornets need a lot of defense and good hands, and he is a good passer, but LaMelo Ball is a good passer as well. So, but I think because the Hornets are not going to get Cooper Flag in this draft, LaMelo Ball is definitely going to be gone. So maybe Dylan Harper and Brandon Miller can make a nice pair on the Charlotte Hornets. He also went to Rutgers University. He's a point guard / shooting guard, and solid, like his field goal percentage, 48.4%. That is really good. He averages 1.5 steals a game. So, yeah. At 5, I think that Utah Jazz will get that. So the Utah Jazz will get that pick. I think they take VJ Edgecombe. Now, a lot of people think that my Philadelphia 76ers will take him, but to me, I think VJ Edgecombe could go to the Jazz. I mean, I just think they'll need his catch and shoot threes and his defense more than my Sixers do. The Sixers, I feel like, already have a solid defense with having Paul George and Joel Embiid on there, and Maxey, McCain are not that good defenders, but I think the Jazz will just need it more, and 3-point shooting. The Jazz struggle offensively a lot. Keontae George is not that good of a 3-point shooter. But yeah, so yeah, he went to Baylor College. He's from the Bahamas, and I think he'll be a solid shooting guard for this team. At 6, I think the Washington Wizards will select Jeremiah Fears. I think he is going to be a really good player. He is not that good of a 3-point shooter, 28.3%. He's primarily a mid-range guy and ball handler. So I think he's just very athletic, very quick. I think that's exactly what the Wizards will need. And he went to Oklahoma, and this is what the Wizards need. They need somebody who could play defense. They don't really have much. Obviously, they just got C.J. McCollum as in that trade in the backcourt, but I mean, come on, he is 32, 33 now. They'll need a young player in the future, and that's why I think they'll take Jeremiah Fears. I think the 7 Pelicans will go with Trey Johnson, because I think they'll be looking for a better scoring player in the backcourt. Wizards will be looking for a better defender, I think. I think the Pelicans will take Trey Johnson, has a good jump shot, is a great scorer, and who went to Texas. and who shoots the ball very well. He averages 20 points per game. And yeah, so let's go to number 8, I think, Brooklyn Nets. A lot of people have doubts about this guy, Kasparis Jakušionis. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And sorry about that. I had to leave for a second. So yeah, I think the Brooklyn Nets will draft Kasparis Jakušionis. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I have no idea if I am pronouncing. He's from Vilnius, Lithuania, and one of the youngest players in this draft, born May 29th, 2006. So he's another 18-year-old. We're getting a lot of 18-year-olds in this draft. He has a good free throw percentage, 83.2%. 3-point shooting is tough. It's not that good. The mid-range is definitely the key to his game, and the finishing, and if their 33.1% from 3 does not cut it. He went to Illinois, and he does turn the ball over a lot. The 3.4 turnovers a game, that is a lot. But I don't know what the doubt is on this guy. I think he will be good for Brooklyn. 9, I think the Raptors will take Derek Queen. A lot of people will probably think they'll take Kaman Maluk from another Duke Blue Devil. I think the Raptors will take Derek Queen. I think they'll want quicker and more and just better rebounder and a rim protector. And he averages a block a game, 1.1 steals. He shoots 52.6% from the field. He did 8.3% from threes, crazy, but he doesn't take that many threes, so it don't really matter. He went to Maryland, and he's a center, obviously, if he doesn't take threes. And now I think the Suns at 10 will take Kaman Maluk. I think they'll want a good pick and roll player, or like somebody who can finish off lobs and stuff, to pair with Devin Booker on the Suns. And Kaman Maluk from Rumbek, South Sudan, and another very young player, September 14th, 2006, another 18-year-old, and again, he's more efficient than Derek Queen. He 68.3% from the field, and he also averages like a block a game, but it hasn't played as much minutes as Derek Queen has. At number 11, I think the Blazers will select Colin Murray-Boyles at 11. I think they'll be looking for another strong defensive rebounding type of forward on their team. He went to South Carolina College, born Columbia, South Carolina, and I think he's just a great defender. 1.3 blocks a game, 1.5 steals a game, and just a solid rebounder. I think he's going to be an absolute beast in the front court for this Portland Trailblazers team. I think he'll be perfect. 12, I think the Bulls will select Asa Newell from Destin, Florida. He went to Georgia College, and not a good three-point shooter, but the mid-range is more his thing. He's a great defender, great athletic player, and yeah, but basically, I think Asa Newell will be the next good available player for the Chicago Bulls player, so I think they'll just take the next person available. I think the Hawks at 13 will take Thomas Sorber at the power forward / center position. He'll probably come off the bench for this team. The Hawks did just get Kristaps Porzingis yesterday. I think they absolutely nailed that. I think they did well because they didn't have to trade very much. I think Thomas Sorber will be the defensive caliber player that they need because the Hawks have been a horrible defensive team for as long as I can remember. They are not that good of a defensive team. But Thomas Sorber's interior defense, shot blocking, and he's just such a just has so much length. His wingspan is just insane, and 53.2% from the field. He averaged 8.5 rebounds. He averages 2 blocks and 1.5 steal. He's a beast. He went to Georgetown College from Trenton, New Jersey. Yeah, that's not too far from where I live. Like 15 minutes away, probably. So, yeah. At 14, I think the Spurs will draft Carter Bryant, I think. Another good offensive player to add to the Spurs team. And he went to Arizona College from Fountain Valley, California. And there's a lot of great defensive talent in this draft. I think Carter Bryant will be the next good player available. He'll be like up there. So I think the Spurs will just take whoever they can get at that point. At 15, I think the Thunder will take Cedric Howard from Fresno, California, who went to Washington State, a more efficient scorer. He averaged 55.7% from the field, 40% from three. He averages 17.7 points per game, and a good shot blocker, 1.7 block a game. That's who I think will happen. I think the Spurs will just want to have a nice, good defender and a good off-ball kind of play. Here, Thunder will look for just a good playmaker and a good, efficient scorer. I think that at 16, the Grizzlies will select Nick Clifford from Colorado Springs, Colorado, who went to Colorado State. Another efficient scorer on this list, 50.7% from the field, 39.3% from three. He averages almost a double-double, 18.4 points per game, 9.7 rebounds. His three-point shooting and just rebounding off the charts is a good defender, another good defender in this draft, and a pretty solid playmaker as well. At 17, I think Minnesota Timberwolves will select Rasheer Fleming from Camden, New Jersey. Again, that's another place that's not too far from me, about 15-20 minutes. Went to St. Joseph's College. He's an efficient scorer. There's so many efficient scorers. Like, this is a very talented draft that we're seeing this year. 56% from the field, 41.8% from three. got so much strength to his game and a great finisher. Oh, I need to sneeze. Actually, I didn't. But good 3-point shooting and finishing. I think that's what the Timberwolves will need. Rudy Gobert is obviously not a good scorer. He's a good rim protector. I think they'll need somebody like Rasheer Fleming in the front court in the future to get their scoring level up. At 18, the Washington Wizards, I think, will select Igor Demin from Moscow, Russia. There's not many Russian-born NBA players. The only one I can think of is Andrei Kirilenko from the Utah Jazz. That's the only one I can think of. Igor Demin, he's not like a shooter type player. He's more of an off-ball playmaker kind of player. 5.6 assists per game. But he went to BYU, another young player, March 3rd, 2006, and he is an awful 3-point shooter. Don't want to rely on him on that. 27.6% from 3. That's not going to cut it. But the playmaking is there. He's a good off-ball player and a defender. So I think that's what the Wizards will need. 19, the Brooklyn Nets. You know the Nets have 5 picks in this draft? That's crazy. I mean, they did have 4 until that Porzingis trade. The Hawks gave up their 22nd pick in the draft to the Nets. I think the Nets at 19 will select Danny Wolf, which will be probably the next best player available. Good playmaker, ball handler, and rebounder. He shoots 50% from the field. Not a good 3-point shooter. He does average 1.4 blocks a game. And he went to Michigan College. Oh, Michigan. I hate Michigan. I'm a Michigan State fan. From Glencoe, Illinois. And at 20, I think Miami Heat. I think they're gonna select Will Riley, the Heat, at 20. A really good finisher and playmaker. I think he's gonna be good. 3-point shooting is awful, 32%, but his playmaking ability is something. He's a scoring too. He went to Illinois College. He's from Kitchener, Canada. And another young player, 2006, February 10th, 2006. So a lot of 18 and 19-year-olds in this draft, but are really talented. 21, I think the Utah Jazz will select Nolan Traoré from Créteil, France. I think that's how it's pronounced. He went to St. Quentin, and this is one of the youngest players in this draft, May 28th, 2006. So I think, in my opinion, I think he's very athletic. He's a very athletic player and a great playmaker. He averages 5.1 assists a game. And I think that's what the Jazz will be looking for. I think Keontae George is more of a on-ball kind of player. So I think they'll need an off-ball player. I think Nolan Traoré will come off the bench, though, for Utah. All right. So I think at 22, the Brooklyn Nets will select Walton Clayton Jr. Or not Walton, Walter Clayton Jr. A lot of people have been talking about this young guy from Lake Wales, Florida, who went to the NCAA championship team, the Florida Gators, and just a good off-ball player. He averages 4.3 assists and just an amazing clutch player when you need it the most. You know, he is a clutch player, and that's why I think the Brooklyn Nets will take him. I think they'll be very fortunate to end up with a good player like that, because I don't think he's gonna get drafted at a higher pick. I think he'll drop to 22nd, which, you know, I think that would be great for Brooklyn. Brooklyn could be a playoff team next year. They're gonna get a lot of draft picks, so they'll be stacked. And Walton Clayton Jr. is a point guard, so the Nets have been needing a point guard, so I think that'll be great for them. He averages 17.2 points per game. At 23, I think the Pelicans will select Joan Beringer from Célestat, France. Another French player. He went to KK Sedevida Jr. Yeah, he's a center. He hasn't even attempted a three, which is good because all centers think they're three-point shooters now. Oh, everyone in the NBA thinks they're three-point shooters. A 59.4% from the field kind of guy, just a really good shot blocker, 1.5 blocks per game. He averages more blocks than he does assists. And I think he'll just be a great shot blocker, finisher, rim protector. All the Pelicans really need. They don't really have a real center on their team. I think that they'll need Joan Beringer. I think they'll pick him. 24, I think the Oklahoma City Thunder. By the way, congratulations on winning your first championship, Oklahoma Thunder. I think they'll take my guy from Michigan State, Chase Richardson. I think he's just going to be a great, efficient three-point shooter for them, an off-ball player. I've seen the way he plays, a great off-ball player, but he'll come up when you need him to come up, and he shoots 52.4% from the field, 85.4% from the free throw line, 38.8% from three. Born in Berkeley, California, and yeah, he hasn't played too many minutes, but yeah, I think in those minutes that he played, very productive. At 25, I think the Magic will take Liam McNeely. I think he'll be a great shoot. Magic are an awful offensive team. I think, weren't they like the worst offensive team in the NBA but the best defensive team? Yeah, I think they'll need Liam McNeely to help with their offense. And, you know, not an efficient score, though. 39.5% from the field and 34.7% from three. Not very, very efficient, but a good off-ball player, though, and finisher at the rim. From Richardson, Texas, went to UConn College. 26, I think the Brooklyn Nets will take Ben Seraf from Mashaf Ometz, Israel. So, yeah, I think he'll be a great player. His three-point shooting is very bad. Sorry about that, a little technical difficulty. But 12.8 points per game. He went to Radio Farm Ulm, 41.9% from the field, and a great playmaker, 4.6 assists. And he'll make big free throws. 27, the Brooklyn Nets will go back-to-back picks. They'll take Drake Powell here. They'll need a defensive player too. It's not all about, even though today's NBA consists of offensive players, not really defensive players, they'll need a good defensive player and playmaker, and a solid score, 50.5% from the field. That's really good, and a finisher. I think that's shoot a lot of threes. I don't think they're that good of a finishing team, but definitely take Drake Powell, next available player. 28, I've heard a lot about this, and I think it's going to happen. The Boston Celtics will take Maxime Reynaud from Paris, France. Went to Stanford College, and I didn't even get to say more about Drake Powell. He was from Durham. He's from Durham, North Carolina, and he went to North Carolina College. 28, I think Boston Celtics will select Maxime Reynaud for simply being a great rebounder, a defender, and finisher. He averages 20.2 points per game, 10.8 rebounds per game, and 1.2 blocks. Really, really good offensive player and defender. Good, reliable shot blocker. He went to, I think I said he went to Stanford, and born in Paris, France. So I think the Celtics will be very lucky, as always, that Boston is lucky to have Maxime Reynaud. 29th, I think the Phoenix Suns will select Cam Jones from Memphis, Tennessee. Went to Marquette, and he averaged 18.9 points per game on Marquette, 6.1 assists. His playmaking is very much there on off. Really sorry, another technical difficulty. I don't know what's going on. But Cam Jones, probably the oldest. Keep having issues. Alright, we're back. So, one of the oldest players in this draft, born February 25th, 2002. So, a 23-year-old on this draft. But yeah, just a really good playmaker. And at 30, Los Angeles Clippers will select Hugo Gonzalez from Madrid, Spain. Went to Real Madrid. A very young player. And, and not a good three-point shooter, but just a good defender and finisher, and he's very athletic. So there's my NBA mock draft round 1. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.